Are we living? We are living. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. And do this. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. It's the Garrett boy. It is the Garrett boy. Maybe that needs to be my stage name. That's actually what my new album's gonna be called. The Garrett boy. The Garrett boy. Okay. So, we were working on some crap. We were brain fart. We were working on a song that was sampling some stuff from this amazing guitarist from Snarky Puppy, which you should look up, called, his name is Mark Lettieri, I believe. Very good guitarist. He's got the feel. So I'm just kind of sampling some of his crap. And so this is what we got so far. And then we'll take it from here. Right, so that'd be a verse probably. Okay, so that's what we got. What can we do from there? Oh, I like this. We should make everything accent that. That's what we're that's That's it. Okay. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. I came in early. Hold on. Got it. Got it. We could play it a bit tighter. That was a little bit better, though this came in a little early. Yeah, that feels good. Yeah, you must have missed like quite a bit of last stream. Whoa. Okay. Oh, okay. I got a little confused there. Oh, shoot. Well. Come here. Do we want to bring it up an octave, actually? Maybe? I'm going to bring it down, though. I see what's going on here. That feels pretty good. GarageBand. Heck no, this is Logic. Which is made by the same people that do GarageBand, but this is Logic Pro. Okay, we need more hat action going on. So I called this 909 because I assume I wanted to slap a 909 on there. So let's see what happens when we do that. Nah. I don't know. Oh. Whoa, the frick? Here, let's do this. We are not on the... That feels good. And then we're gonna do something here. Can I make this? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. So we'll do it this way. These are always fun. I like doing these. So essentially what I'm about to do here, like here, let's just remove the fade, and then I'm actually gonna, so that I can actually see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go to the fade tool. I'm gonna go here, and then what I'm gonna do, let's try this first. So they're currently on fade, but what I'm gonna do, right click, slow down. See that right there? So then what it does is instead, that little, it's kind of like a vinyl effect, right? And then we could try pushing this. Yeah. And then what we could do, what did they do? Oh, no, that's gonna be way too fast. It should be like this. And we're gonna extend that now. Okay, too long. That sounds good. Okay. Oh, I completely, hold on. There. Why did you go away? Just a slight bit, almost too fat for me right now. Needs to be a little bit smaller, I feel. Sorry, that's my... not liking that. Well, we've used a bit crusher recently. What would that do? You idiot. So I'm trying to... Can I dampen that more? Yeah, let's dampen it all the way and then use this guy, boost this up more, maybe even turn this up a bit more. I'm just trying to make it sound tighter. It's a little too large for me right now. And that might be a bit too busy, this little thing right here. Yeah, let's leave that out of there. Now let's do this. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just, essentially right now I'm working on the arrangement half of this. Let's see. Garrett, have you ever thought of giving OP1 a try? Yeah, a little bit. It never has been something that's been like, yo, that's totally, like, I don't really have a good excuse for why I haven't. I guess it's just kind of never caught my attention that much, like other kinds of tech and synths have. But I'd give it a try if somebody handed me one. I don't think I'd put my money into one though. That's the difference. That's kind of where the difference lies here. However, I have a close friend that uses one and he adores it. And he was the one that suggested I get Omnisphere because he thought that, like, he was amazed that anything I was doing, I wasn't using Omnisphere, so I checked it out, bought it, don't regret. It's one of my favorite synths I've ever used. So, considering that, you know, yeah, again, I'd give it a try. I think a lot of it is simply, I don't think I'd put my money into one. So right now what I'm trying to do is find spots to throw the tambo back in there. So when it's gray like this, that means it's muted. So let's try something like that. Like just like some tasteful kind of throwing it in there just to establish its... Yeah, now the groove feels a bit. I might even tune up the drums a bit. Okay, that's definitely better. Drums still seem to... Come on. There we go. Okay, so yeah, if we drop out that low end, that might help the sound. Just don't want too much low end on the snare, on the backbeat actually. Like a little bit is okay, but for the most part I want that bite in this range right here. I want it to kind of bite, you know, it's like pierce right through, but I don't want it. Sometimes those low end, really fat, kind of low snares are gorgeous. I adore them, but sometimes I just want something that's higher. It's got like a bit more. wonder if I pull this down. You know, I wonder if this is too wide. I kind of feel like maybe this needs to. I'm just right now essentially what I'm doing, and you're probably seeing it gradually change. I'm trying to get the kit to sound a bit more tight. Like still pretty funky and it's piercing through the mix, but just tighter, a little bit smaller sounding. Sorry, whenever you hear the bass doing that weird thing, it's because it's the pitch bend wheel screwing. Alright, so now we're going to get into a little bit. I mean, this is all usually kind of the mixing stage, but to be completely honest, I do a lot of the mixing stage myself. Like, just in the midst of actually recording. Okay, so we're going to do this. And then I'm gonna try something here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. Well, jeez, I need to name these correctly. High snare, hat, 909 hat. Okay, so then with this, we're gonna kick. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Right. So, what you're supposed to be... Well, now that's... Oh, no. Does it matter? It shouldn't matter. Alright, fine. Whatever. So we're going to try doing this. Bounce. We're going to bounce it. We're going to bounce down this guy. And we're going to call this kick sidechain. And we're going to come back here now. We're going to go to kick sidechain. This is... I must be doing something wrong. Am I doing something wrong? It should be side chaining to that, so why is it not? Is it just stupid? It was just stupid. It wasn't listening to me. I was wondering why on earth. Okay. RTTTA, well, yeah, it won't be called the RTTTA music video, but yes, it will be on the main channel. Okay. Right, okay. Oops. No, stop it, you moron. You're supposed to, okay, hold on. Okay, well, you're being stupid. This is my mixer window, usually, and you're not really gonna see it, because I'm gonna put it up here on my second monitor. But this is essentially my more organized way of working this kind of mixing crap out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to right click all the tracks. I'm gonna say create new VCA, and essentially that puts them all on this new kind of master track, if you will. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. So I can turn down the whole thing without messing with any of the automation levels like you've got right here. And I'm just gonna probably pull it down 3 decibels. That's probably fine, but we are gonna turn this down more. I'm also, let's see, pan. Cool. Okay. More ring in that snare. That's what I'm looking for. It's like a very tight kind of ring, and I think it's gonna come out of this guy. Okay, so that's already... how do we want to do this? Do we want to try... Okay, let's try putting a verb on it. I'm gonna try putting some... No, we're gonna do it this way. Or we could go the Michael Jackson route. That's always fun. Hold on. I mean, just boosting that EQ already improved the sound of it. Yeah, we're gonna do that. 1, 2, better. Just trying to, open up space here, but also keep crap interesting. Because you don't want to get too busy, which is something I've really blown with a lot of my songs, is getting too busy, especially during Beat Demon. Like crap, like the actual song and like how you make me feel and stuff. There's just way too much going on. Okay, you know, we're gonna try this. I don't know if I'm gonna like it because it is gonna make this sound way larger, but we're gonna try it because why not? That's how I like to go about life. Okay, I don't like the pre-delay. Maybe a little bit of pre-delay is okay, but not too much. Okay, so the problem right now... Hold on. Did it put this on stereo out? What the frick? That's not what I said to... Oh my gosh, okay. You're a little bit stupid. I'm gonna move you over here. And now that you're here, we're going to shift things. Okay. Oh, it's because it's still on this. It's because it... Okay, so now what I'm going to do... Hear that? So now what we're going to do... Dynamics. There it is. Noise gate. This is what we call a gated reverb. What the frick just happened to my windows? There we go. Okay, so... Okay, sidechain needs to be on the... Where is it? There it is. So, I don't know. That kick is sounding real muddy. Yeah, Tom. So essentially what you're doing is you're like closing up. It's a technique that Phil Collins found back in it was an accident back when they were working on In the Air Tonight. And that sound, essentially by accidentally coming across that sound, they created the drums of the 80s and of the 90s. So pretty much every snare afterward was going for that for a good 15 years. It wasn't probably until the mid 90s that idea started dying out. Everybody started deciding they wanted kind of drier, more natural sounding things again. And there goes my voice, hello. Okay, so what if we did this? What if now we throw in Okay, that sounds... I can dig that. I can get behind that. Please hold. Please continue holding. Hold forever. Not forever, just kidding. That's a joke. La-di-da-di-da-di-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Cynthia, I just realized you weren't mod, so took care of that. Try throwing an amp on this, see what happens. Hold. Oh, what? What? Huh? Ah! Thank you, Spotlight, for not working. Work. Thank you. Please hold. This better not appear on this. I swear it's gonna do it. You're gonna. Why are you updating? And then it failed the update? What? Jace, are you mod? Jace, are you still in the chat? Okay. I might simplify this a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just trying to... Okay, so right now, let's just do guitar genre. I don't know, urban. Well, we probably need to be in this. Okay, so. So we're in G flat. G flat, or yeah, G flat. Yeah, we'll do F sharp. Okay. That's a loop I created from but we're not going to use that. I swear there's one in here. That might be too much. Okay, that might work. Let's try this. But I am going to... Oh, so all this crap went away when I accidentally blew... Okay, we're going to go up 12. And we are going to pull it back. I might even try doing this. Hold on. Again, don't know if any of this is going to go how I want it to, but we may as well try, right? Nope. Other way. Might be. Okay, and then I might do a little bit of... Okay, hold on. So that's on actually kind of the right track. Might be a little bit... Might be a little bit too much on this. Okay, we're gonna go back up here and copy paste that. Okay. Whoa, hey, buddy. Faint echoey piano into that background of that part. Well, you could, nope, you. Here, and we're just gonna go ahead and move. I don't think we're gonna use this at all, but we'll keep it just in case. I don't know. It might be too much. Like. I just. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain earlier, Tom. Essentially, the pitch bend wheel will think it's in a different position and will freak out, and so I have to reset it. It's the MIDI pitch bend wheel freaking out, essentially. Because I use the crap out of the pitch bend wheel, so it happens a lot. You know, I wonder, do we do this? Oh, no. Where are ya? Pitch bend wheel applies to just certain instruments. It's just whatever I have used the pitch bend wheel on. Okay, I may actually... I'm now starting to think it might be a tad too wide. So I'm actually going to bring this down. Yeah, essentially Logic Pro is like it's the professional GarageBand. That's essentially what it is. It's professional GarageBand. It's probably the second most used DAW in the world, behind Pro Tools, which is the industry standard. I think Logic Pro is probably the top, other than Pro Tools. Okay, yeah. So right there, well, I don't know. Sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's not. We're going to, where is it? There it is. Okay, yeah, this thing's pretty, compared to the Tambo, it's pretty quiet, so we can keep it at this kind of gain. Okay, so I'm actually going to edit that. It's not going to pop up all that much. It's really only going to pop up here. Well, but I may want to use like the different... Oh, yeah, right. And then I actually... Oops, hold on. Is the bass side chain to the kick, by the way? No, it's not. No, I actually rarely side, unless I'm going for one of those more kind of EDM kind of sounds, I rarely side chain the bass to the kick. Okay, so it actually needs to... Have I ever tried Cubase? Nah, that one never... Logic Pro's always worked out so well for me that I've never really needed to use anything else. Like this... Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, now that I've done that, let's just... Do I need to, like... I don't know. I... Yeah, I kind of like that better. Do I prefer listening to synthesizer or instrumentation on me? Okay, so I assume you're asking, do I prefer listening to heavily synthesizer or have more like real acoustic instruments, that kind of deal, or just... My answer is by far acoustic, or if you're going to do synthesize stuff, implement a lot of real instruments into it. I'm very much for the human, despite how electronic my music can be. I'm very much for the human element of it, even if it's highly produced. I think there's a fine line that most people in this day and age have kind of they've crossed, and it's not as human anymore, and I don't feel the music anymore. I think a lot of the feeling in music is... I think all the feeling in music is the humanity of it. So if you completely get rid of that and everything is just perfect, synthesized, quantized, yada yada, everything is perfect, super electronic, it loses all feeling and meaning to me. So definitely more realistic kind of actually played stuff, for sure. But I mean, you know, I think that you can be an electronic artist and still get the human element out of it. You just have to be... You got to be a musician. You got to be a musician. I just think there's a lot of electronic artists out there who aren't really musicians. They just aren't. And I think that's what makes... For instance, there's this guy named Snareskin. Probably my favorite electronic artist out there, because it's super electronic, pure EDM, but feels incredibly musical. Anomaly would be another one that's very, very electronic, but incredibly musical. I don't think he quantizes anything. He plays everything for real. And because of that, whenever he does live performances, I've joked about it because I saw him at NAMM, it's almost too accurate. There's nothing new about it when he's playing live, because he does it so perfectly based on what he did in the studio. But people like them, they are... That's the kind of synthesized thing that I'm all for, because it has the musical. It's musical. It's human. It's, you know, that's kind of what I'm going. That's what I'm getting at. I'm getting Michael Jackson Jane Child. Yeah, that would be about right. I'm definitely feeling the MJ in here. Jane Childs, I wouldn't be surprised if that kind of snuck in here too. What's a good Snareskin song? Never heard of him until now. Yeah, he's pretty underground. I would look up his Lost in Escape remix. Just put in like Lost in Escape remix Snareskin. I found that probably 2.5 years ago, that song, and to this day, every time I show somebody, especially someone who has massive respect for just music as a whole but loves electronic music, whenever I show them that song, I love getting a kick out of showing people Lost in Escape, because every time people freak. It is... I might get more reactions of people just going, "This is beyond anything I've ever heard before." With that song than maybe anything else I've ever shown them, which is really funny. But it's true. It is Lost in Escape remix by Snareskin, and everything he does is impressive. But I think that remix alone is just... Like, hearing that, I'm like, this is what electronic music is capable of. This is what electronic music should be more of. This is pushing the boundaries and making it something so incredibly musical and so brilliant, and yet so accessible and totally, like, just all the effects, the mixing. It is perfect. It is an incredibly amazing song. So I'm totally going overboard with it, but 100% look up Lost in Escape. Yeah, it is good. If you don't think it's good, then I'm sorry. That's just straight up your opinion. It's straight up incredible. Yeah. So Snare Skin, I would definitely recommend. Anomaly, I would most certainly recommend. Yeah. What mics do you like using when recording real instruments? Then, um, so most of what I do is with this. You guys probably. Oh no, you can you? Hold on, let me look. No, you can't. You can't see it. Hold on. So most of what you guys see and hear is this guy. This is a condenser Shure KSM-44 mic. I do all my vocals on it. And I do because we could not get the mic that we needed, I actually used that mic to record the guitars on Open Your Eyes. And surprisingly enough, it worked pretty well, despite the fact that it's absolutely not what I was planning to use. But I'm actually not a massive fan of how my vocals sound. I really have to work for my vocals to sound good on this mic, I feel like. It's not my favorite for my vocals, but it's a good mic. It does the job very well. This is the mic I used beforehand. This is dirt cheap. For a microphone, that is. This is dirt cheap. This is maybe a $150 microphone. It's a USB. It's Audio Technica AT 2020. I still use it every once in a while. It didn't used to be on this stand. I got this stand because for a while I used this for streaming after I got that mic and just replaced it for all my recording. But this guy actually surprisingly sounded pretty dang good. Like my vocals really agreed with it. Settle and Smash used this $150 freaking mic. The entirety of Beat Demon used this mic. It's a solid mic. For the price especially, it's a solid mic. If you're looking for a starter mic, this is it. AT 2020 USB. If you can get the XLR version, the non-USB, that's better, but that will cost you more because then you have to get an audio interface in order to connect, and maybe a preamp, but I'm not sure, to connect the XLR into that, and then that into the computer. So, if you're looking for the cheapest option, USB is not going to give you the best quality, but the fact that I got away, and granted a lot of it comes from, having, I mean, I've learned a lot in mixing since, but I did learn the ways of the mic and learn how to mix it so that it sounded good, with crap like Settle In and Smash. But I mean, for what it's worth, it's a really good mic. Let's see, other mics I've used for instrumentation, for instruments and stuff. I'm not doing anything with this, so I may as well show you guys. I used it for, let's go to Logic Pro, and then let's go, is it going to be a 9, yeah, it's this. So I recently sampled my own drum samples. And I used a D112 for the kick. The way I put it together is really funny. I essentially just sat the kick down on its what's the word I'm looking for? Like vertically. It wasn't sitting the way it's supposed to. And then I just essentially put my hand on it to keep it dampened and hit it with a freaking first axe stick that I just found. I mean, it's the dumbest thing. But then I really got the bass out of that D112 mic, so that was really useful. The D112 mic is great for kicks. And then I grabbed my old snare and did some samples with that too, put a blanket over it. That was fun. Used primarily my, not mine actually, it's my dad's. And same with the D112. I'll just go and steal stuff from him. I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna come grab the D112 or something for a moment. Do you need it? No, you can use it. Cool. The SM57, which is a dirt cheap mic as well, though that has a lot of different kind of usages that aren't necessarily vocal related. But it's actually, the 57 can be pretty good on a snare. So that's what I did with that. So this is using those samples. And I might throw that on SoundCloud or something. I don't know. It was just kind of whatever. I was thinking maybe I could make something out of it, but the more I thought about it, I was like, nah, not really. I'm not feeling it that much. Like I really got to be attached to a song to be like, oh yeah, this is going to be part of something. Which happens a lot less often than you might think. So yeah, yeah, this does have some Anomaly vibes, but it's also very much taking from this guy named Anderson .Paak, who's really talented, really cool guy. You should look up his stuff. I really enjoy Anderson .Paak. That is if you haven't heard him yet. He's actually he's starting to rise up. He's starting to become a bigger deal. So you may know who he is at this point. I want to get started in music production. Is there any equipment that I need to start out with? I would not worry way too much. Essentially, find a DAW that is personally... Now, okay, at this point, I am so irritated with both Microsoft and Apple. I want something... I'm so mad at them. I cannot explain how irritated I am with freaking Apple and Microsoft. They both need to like blow up, and some other computer company needs to come in and just tear them apart. But it's not happening. So this is what I'm saying. So this is what I think. And it's unfortunate because at one point I was 100% an Apple guy. I thought they were the shiz, and they were the shiz. But something happened. They're way stupider now. That said, I would far recommend a Mac for music production than a PC. That said, that doesn't mean you can't do it on Microsoft, because there are tons of very talented people that use stuff like FL Studio, or I'm sure there's some. Well, no, not really many. I haven't heard many people that use Pro Tools on PC. It works on PC, but I don't hear it happen a lot. So yeah, Apple has GarageBand, and that's my thing. Is I think GarageBand is maybe the most accessible, theoretically free. It's not really when you get a whole freaking $1,200 laptop, but it does come with the computer, and I do. That is what I started with when I was 11. Yeah, 11. Yeah, gosh, so it's been like 10 years now. That's what I started with, and I learned a lot through that. It was very accessible, very easy to learn, and then Logic Pro is literally made by the same people, and it's everything GarageBand has and a billion things more, and it's incredible. Logic Pro is my baby. Like, I just don't see myself ever, unless it's for work where people will require that I know a different kind of DAW. I will never have another reason to use another DAW unless Apple completely craps on Logic Pro like they did with Final Cut, which I am really praying they don't. And considering the updates, the free updates with all this incredible new stuff that they've put in here, I mean incredible. The stuff built into Logic Pro is killer. And they keep adding tons of new stuff. Yes, I'm 21. Or I'm about to be. I'll be 21 on April 14th. So technically I'm still 20. Yeah, so if you want my advice, I say get a Mac, start with GarageBand. If you don't have a Mac. If you have a Mac that you can get access to, even if it's a used one, I don't care. I would not advise a used one that's more than 5 years old, but, you know, do that. If you've got to settle for Microsoft, absolutely just have to. FL Studio probably. I think Cubase is free. Is Cubase free? If somebody in here knows Cubase, please let me know. Yeah, April buddies. Yay, taxes. That's pretty much what I've learned is, you know, after turning 18, it became the IRS going, "Happy birthday! Now you owe us thousands of dollars. Love my birthday." I don't want anybody to complain about their birthday being right by Christmas. At least you don't owe the IRS thousands of dollars right after you turn whatever new age you are. Okay, shut up. You're fine. Anyway, that's totally beside the point. You can see my ADD right now. Do you enjoy it? I really love my ADD. Yeah, so Cubase is not free. Okay. Yeah, FL Studio is great. If you're familiar with, and I'm sure because you're following me, you probably are. If you're familiar with video game composers or just video game stuff in general, Sonic Mania, the composer T. Lopes, does everything in FL Studio. But the thing is, FL Studio is great. Logic Pro, I think one of the coolest things about Logic Pro is they give you so many built-in things that are already high quality as frick. The compressors in Logic Pro, they've got now new vintage EQ plugins, you know, their own EQ plugins from earlier, reverb plugins. They're all top notch. I mean, I would say some of them are some of the best out there. Like, there's tons of third-party plugins that people usually have to get for like Pro Tools, or so they have to spend extra money, or FL Studio or whatever, because the built-in stuff is just kind of good enough for the moment. Some of the built-in stuff in Logic Pro is stellar. It is incredible. If you can get Logic Pro, personally, I would recommend it above any other DAW out there. It's worked out for me so well. I rarely have issues with it. Do I work at all with GarageBand iOS? No. I don't really use iOS for anything work-related, at least not right now. Ableton, I've heard a lot of good things about. I've looked into it. It's not my kind of thing. I could probably learn it. If somebody I'm sure there's a lot about it that totally... there are pros and cons to every DAW. So there are things that Ableton can do better than Logic Pro can. But for my sake and for what I do, I don't give a crap. I don't need Ableton. Logic Pro does exactly what I need it to. It's built for me. So personally, Logic Pro is 150% my guy. I know Ableton, I think, is probably a little bit cheaper. I don't actually know the price of Ableton. Logic Pro is $200, which in the grand scheme of things is actually pretty dirt cheap, especially considering the free updates they add with new incredible plugins. Freaking incredible plugins. I mean, it's incredible. Pro Tools is expensive as crap. People are complaining about it. Don't touch it. Everybody's trying to kill it. It's kind of the leader right now, and everybody kind of is trying to take the king down. You can look into it, but unless you've got a lot of money, I would not bother. It is industry standard, but there are so many people that are just really irritated with it right now. And to be honest, I don't know why. I don't mess with Pro Tools because I've never really liked it myself. But I don't know if the reasons I don't like it is the same as everybody else. I don't know. Again, FL Studio I would definitely recommend for Microsoft users because most people that aren't using Logic Pro that are doing really cool stuff that I know are either using Ableton or FL Studio. On the other hand, there are a couple of people using Studio One, which is kind of up and coming, and I think a lot of people are hoping that's actually what takes down Pro Tools, which I think is funny. But you know, you never know. With Studio One, I don't know anything, but I do know there are some certain people like Danya Goodman, huge freaking fan of his work, and he, I believe, uses Studio One. So yeah. Favorite song I've made, Switch. Definitely Switch. Have you used Audacity at all? No. No, I have not touched. Actually, I've touched Audacity once, and yeah, it seems like it's only good for podcasts and non-musical recording kind of crap. Yeah, anyway. So that's that. I think I'm probably going to take a break. But we can listen to what we've got. I've definitely done better songs, for sure. But this one definitely, I like the way it feels. I like the way it kind of grooves. It's neato. So I guess we'll give it a little listen, before I, call it a day with this. Okay, so that's what we got. I haven't really extended into further territory here, but we have tweaked up and made this sound better for sure. But yeah, it's fun. Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely always a lot of fun to mess with a sample of somebody else's and just kind of create your own thing. I think that's always a lot of fun. I understand people who are like, hey, you know, that's my sample. You better give me royalties. Like, that's fair, but I think a lot of people, especially further back, but even now there's still people like this who get irritated like sampling is horrible and it's just stealing. And I don't think that's the case. I think it's just like anything else. You hear something, you're like, that's really cool. I want to make something out of that. Almost do something interesting and new with it. And that's just how creativity works. And I think it's awesome. I think sampling is one of the coolest things that's happened to music in the past 30 years. So, I love sampling. Whether that means literal sampling loops or meaning like sampling like a certain instrument or hit and then using that as an instrument itself. That it's just so much fun. So yeah, is this gonna go on SoundCloud? Probably when I'm done with it, yeah. Yeah, it'll probably go on SoundCloud, maybe Instagram. Maybe maybe on here, maybe on YouTube. So, trying to record the music video for well, screw it. Why don't we give the special 18 viewers here the privilege of getting a very, very slight preview of the next single coming out. Just why not? Why not? You know? So, yeah, so we're gonna try and get a music video recorded for this. We're planning it out. We're in the planning stages right now, but we're getting to the point where we got to really get things going here. Probably gonna try and get that recorded first of, or not first, the first week or earlier in April, and hopefully I'll have it out by the end of April or something like that. So yeah. Here's an exclusive preview for the 17 or 18 people watching. I really hope this is working as it is. Otherwise, this is going to be a serious problem. Yeah. That's all you guys get. Haha. All right, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. I'm so excited to share this with you guys finally. Like this one has been in the making for probably almost 3 years now. And a lot of the songs on this album have been. A lot of them are also brand new after I've finally kind of established this is what I want to do with the album. And I'm still kind of getting there. But I'm really hoping that the album is out either by the end of this year or the beginning of next year. It's been taking a crap ton of time, but I really am hoping, I'm trying to get a move on with it now as best as I can while having to get tons of other crap taken care of. So, yeah, that's that. That's that. Y'all gonna have to wait till probably, well, I don't want to launch window right now is spring. I don't want to pull like what was the game that did ARMS that released 3 days before summer? They were like, it's still spring. Like, I don't want to do that, but, the 3 days before it was established, okay, now it's officially summer, even though it was essentially already summer. So, so yeah, I don't want to do that to you guys. I can't guarantee when this is going to be out, but it's going, goal is within the next couple of months. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to, raise any expectations that it's going to be out at a certain point, when I just don't know. But I'm trying to go for as soon as humanly possible. So yeah, might download Logic Pro if your Mac has enough storage. Dude, do it. If you're really into music and music production, absolutely get it. Absolutely. Yeah, it's already mixed, Mono Guy. I still got to get mastered, which I'm not a professional mastering engineer. I can do it, but it's not my forte. It's not my profession. I'm not great at it. So, probably when I have the whole album put together, I'm going to send it to I want to say a buddy of mine, but an acquaintance, who's an incredible mastering engineer, and I will pay him to master my album. But for now, for the singles, I'll probably master it. But that's all beside the point. It is mixed. It's just got to get mastered. That'll be a pretty quick process. Once it's mastered, it's ready to go. It's just a music video that's waiting on it. So, song is done. Song is done. But yeah. Yeah, can't wait to show this to you guys. I cannot wait. This is a whole new era. Whole new era of Garrett Williamson music. We are approaching a whole new season in my artistry, if you will. This whole new album is definitely not going to be... It has its Garrett Williamson vibes, absolutely, no doubt about it. But I don't think it's what you guys are probably expecting. And that's kind of the point. So, Yep. Bring on the new era of Garrett Williamson. That was weird. I yelled that in a weird way. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a weird person. Yeah. Anyway, super excited. All that to say, thank you everybody for joining the stream. I love how as I'm leaving now, suddenly there's more viewers. Like they're like, "Oh, he's leaving! Thank God! Let's troll him. Let's troll him for just a split sec, bro." Hey, 20 viewers. Yeah. So I'll be back to working on the other track sometime soon. But for now, I'm gonna take a break. You know, and by break I mean a few days. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you everybody so much for watching, for joining, for being here and watching me screw around and make stupid music. And I will see you later. Thank you and bye-bye.